And she's like, what are you? Are you gay? Bisexual? I just want to know, what are you? What are you? What is going on with Youtube Familia? It's your girl, Sony Dreams. Today, I got one of my sip and talk guys. So, I got some wine. Y'all could grab yourself some wine. Sit back and relax, because today, I have my coming out story for you guys. In honor of Pride Month. Pride Month is about to be over, and I thought, why not share it with you guys? So, I know a lot of you guys are going to be surprised as what I self-identify myself as, because a lot of people know me as like just gay, and then other people are like, wait, she has a coming out story. So to set the record straight, guys, I identify myself as bisexual. Now, it's a little weird for me to say bisexual sometimes, I'm not going to lie. I'm so used to saying I'm just gay. It just flows out the tongue so much more easier. And the reason why I always say gay is because I prefer women, but I do know I have the capacity to love a guy. So, but when I'm actively seeking to date, 9 times out of 10 is going to be a woman. It's never going to be like, oh, where are the cute guys and the cute girls? It's like, all right, where the girls at? So yeah, so I guess I should start with my realization. Well, I know as young as 7 that I liked girls, and then in high school, kind of middle schoolish, I don't know if you guys remember the show South of Nowhere. That was my coming out show. South of Nowhere helped me a lot because I always imagined a gay relationship with 2 women, like one masculine and one feminine. And I was kind of never really into that. I was like, oh, you know, I was more as in like, if I'm going to be with a woman, I want to be with a feminine woman, preferably me. But years later, now I'm like, they're girls. Bring them all to me. But the show South of Nowhere showed me that 2 feminine women can be together. And it helped me realize, like, I was like, oh, okay, I can see me doing this. So when I was like that age as well too, I remember going on Yahoo Answers. I don't know if you guys remember that. I'm showing my age right now, right? But Yahoo Answers, I would go on Yahoo Answers, I would be like, I don't understand, what am I? Am I gay? Am I lesbian? Bisexual? So it was never as if, like, do I like girls? It was more as in like, what am I? Am I gay or bisexual? And I will constantly ask that throughout the years. And then I remember this one lady that like really stood out to me. She was like, sweetie, just go out and like explore, and you know, like, you gotta go out to find out what you are. And I was like, lady, I can't. I live with my mother. My mother is super extra and super old school. And looking back at it now, so funny. But yeah, so I kind of blocked that era out of me. I was like, okay, I gotta pretend I am straight. So in high school, that's what I did. I pretended I was straight. I know all my friends were straight as well, and we wouldn't make fun of people that were like gay, but it was more as in like, oh, did you hear that such and such was gay? And I would be like, no. And then in my head, I'm like, girl, only if you knew your friend right here is too. But yeah, so then out of high school, guys, it was so much easier. You just stop caring. I promise you guys, like, what I cared about in high school, I'm like, are you serious? Like, today I'm like, oh my god. But so as soon as I got out of high school, I told all my friends after I got my first girlfriend. I was 19. I was like, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gay, I like girls, you accept me or not? And it was like, girl, that's cool. And I'm like, oh, it's cool. I made such a big deal about it, and literally all my friends were like, okay. My one friend was like, oh, I think I kind of like girls too. And I was like, how do you kind of like girls? But whatever. So that was easy on my friends. And then, you know, after I came out to my friends, it was easier for me to just be more open with my sexuality. So My first Pride I went to, after that, I was like, all hands on deck. I was wearing a big ass rainbow bracelet. And I was just proud. I'm like, all right, cool. So I like girls. That's what's up. And shortly after, I broke up with my first girlfriend. After that, I was just, whew, out and about, all about women. And then I remember from the show South of Nowhere, I think I was still seeing it around this time. I posted on Facebook. I was like, what if who you are is not what everyone expects you to be? Now, that is from the show South of Nowhere, and that's one of Spencer's quote when she like first came out on the show. And one of my family members told my mom that I posted that on Facebook because my mom didn't have Facebook at the time. And my mom completely freaked out, and like she literally pulled me aside. And then, actually, I'm sorry, that, and then the fact that a gay girl that was clearly gay, a stud, wrote on my status and like was very flirtatious. So that made someone tell my mom, and then my mom like literally cornered me, and she was like, let me talk to you real quick. And in my head I'm like, damn, what's up? Like, did I not wash the dishes? Like, did I not clean? Like, what's going on? And she's like, what are you? Are you gay? Bisexual? I just want to know, what are you? What are you? Guys, when I tell you, she looked like she was ready to slap me. I said, hey, yo, nothing. What do you mean? I'm nothing. What are you talking about? And she's like, no, because all these people keep telling me you posting stuff on Facebook, and you got these girls commenting on your stuff. And I was just like, this is insane. But I kept denying it. And I was like, listen, I'm going to deny this to the day I die. In my head, at that age, at 19. And yeah, that was that. My mom just walked out the room. I kept denying it. I never confirmed it with her. Either way, she told my dad. My dad called me, and my dad was kind of like, hey, I just want you to know that I love you. I don't care what you are, and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, okay, Dad, but, and then he just hung up the phone. And I was like, I didn't even confirm it. How do you know if I am or not? Like, you let me say it. So he just hung up. We never talked about it again. My brother kind of reacted like a, ew. And I'm like, bro, I like the same thing you like. And then he's like, all right, cool. So literally. So then fast forward, when I was 24, how can I say this? I guess my first real relationship with a woman. I was with her for 1.5 years. She kind of gave me an ultimatum. She felt like she was being hidden from my family, not my friends. So with my friends, I didn't care. I would tell them anything because like all my friends were very open to whatever. And she kind of gave me an ultimatum. Was like, listen, I need you to come out to your mom. Like, and I kind of explained to her I did come out when I was 19, but I just never confirmed it. Or I guess not even came out. I was outed out by a family member. And she kind of like just reinforced me to come out to my mom again, make sure that my mom knows that I'm dating her and that we are a couple. And that's what I did. At the time, I was so against coming out again because it was kind of like I felt forced by her, but that's another story for another day. But either way, at the end of the day, I did understand where she was coming from her end. And I went to my mother's house when I was 24, and I sat my mom down. I tried to talk to her. I could not get the words out of my mouth, guys. So I ended up leaving. I sat in the car. I called her. I'm so dramatic. And I'm like, hey, Mom. She's like, hey, what's up? What, did you forget something? I was like, I just want to let you know I'm bisexual. And I took a deep breath. And then she was like, okay. And I was like, okay. And she was like, yeah, I already knew that. You came out gay like this one aunt you have. And I was like, I have a gay aunt because I don't have any gay members in my family. She was like, yeah, I think that's where you got it from. That's what your dad said too. And it was just so funny because we've never been open about it since the age of 19 when I was outed out until 24. Like, it was never even brought up at all. And the fact that the first time she was acknowledging it just made me feel so much better. And I was like, great. So just so you know, I'm dating somebody right now. We've been together for a while. I want you to meet her. And she was open to it. She was cool. The only thing was, at the time, she was very like, I don't want nobody else to know. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, so she basically was okay with me coming out to her, but she didn't want everyone else to know. And I'm like, that's so backwards. But in her head, it was like she wanted to protect me from everyone else. She was kind of like, I accept you, I don't care, I love you, you're my daughter, I don't want you to be hurt by anyone else. And then obviously years later, guys, I'm old now, I'm 27, like at that, like today, it doesn't matter. Obviously I'm making this video, it is Pride Month, Pride stand up. But so yeah, that's really much my coming out story, guys. I didn't have it as bad as other people's stories that I hear, but I also didn't have like a walk in the park either. So my best advice would be, whenever you are ready to come out, you will know. Don't let anyone force you. I feel like that is something that when you are comfortable and you're ready to come out and you're in a position to come out, because some parents, like, they do go overboard. I hear stories about parents kicking out their kids, and like that breaks my heart, and I would never want anyone to be in that predicament. So yeah, but I don't want to make this video too long, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening to my coming out story. If you want to hear another story, maybe on how I found out I was into the same sex growing up, leave a comment down below. Let me know about what show helped you realize you like the same sex. And yeah, guys, man, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Peace.